society standard isn't like that. Like, I think that it's like, I have my plate, you have your plate, and men do have higher expectations when it comes to, like, money. And then men put expectations on women when it comes to the physical look. Like, you have to make sure if I met you when you was thin, you better stay thin through our relationship.
I held you down, it was just you and me. I'll be upset if I don't have you.
Even with that, because like, you know, I've heard that before, how like a woman maybe after pregnancy just kept the weight on, or they just, you know, they say when you get happy you put on weight. I've seen it done before. Someone gets in a happy relationship and then you just don't do the things you usually normally do. You get comfortable. And so I think that the thing is that with a communication will come in where you're like, hey babe, let's go for a walk. Or hey babe, let's go ride, you know,
let's
on a
work
bike.
out together.
But see, you can't say it like that, because then you make the woman feel like something wrong with her.
Right.
So you gotta do it at night. You gotta do it as in like, I'm spending time with you and it's exercise. I'm not telling them it's an exercise thing.
See, so do y'all want honesty or nah?
Not all.
Well, so let me say something on that, Nelson. She's absolutely right. Now let me say this. Tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Okay.
Do women really want honesty?
I do.
Really?
Do you really want honesty?
But
honestly.
some women cannot handle it. So you gotta like wrap it up.
You just said no.
I know.
I can't even say let's work out
for me,
together.
okay.
But y'all want honesty.
Yeah, I know. Okay, but see,
There it is.
No, but I'll tell you that. Okay, so I'm originally from New York, and when I moved down here, I'm a very blunt person. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I just tell you what it is. If you want truth, you want facts, I'm just gonna say it.
Okay.
People used to call me mean. Well, they still call me mean when I do it, because I'm not being polite, and I am being polite. I'm not disrespectful when I'm saying it, but if you ask me, I'm gonna be, I'm just gonna say it. Some people like the cushion and the fluff and the sugarcoating and stuff, and so that's why I said the honesty part. Some women can handle like, hey babe, like you shouldn't be eating that. Some women can handle that. But then other women, they have that insecurity. They're so sensitive that you gotta fluff it up and be like, babe, let me cook for you. Why is it that, okay, women like to look at things too, as I think you guys notice, like to look at you men. So why is it that women seems to be like they have to be more fit than men? Like a man could be like 200 and still have a banging wife. I'll use Rick Ross.
Okay.
Or like I'm not the actual person, because he got money. So that's.
I was getting ready to say so.
But I'm talking about like that type. But you see them with pretty
Go
lady.
ahead, Nelson, because I gotta speak on this.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was just gonna say I feel like that the guy needs to strive to look good for his woman too. So I mean,
Oh, so you think it's a two-way thing?
Yeah.
But why do you see? But no, I know you guys
guess
see
it's
it. You walking
personal.
around the mall, all of a sudden you be like, oh, she a bad chick, and then you see this round man next to holding her hand, and you're like, how
Some of
he
them like
get
round men.
her?
One girl told me I was too skinny. She only like big dudes. I was like, oh, she didn't want no ripped dudes. She was like, they had to have a belly.
These niggas won't hold me back. These hoes won't hold me back. These hoes wanna hold me back.
Why do you think women?
I'm not that guy.
No, but why do you think women are more accepting of a man of that size than a man of a woman? I would say this, not
Project.
everything. No,
Project.
No. I'm gonna say this, but it does not apply to everything. So I'm gonna put a pause in it before I even say it.
Disclosure.
Yes, I would try anything at least once. See, here we go.
Oh man, anything?
Shut up.
Say it again.
Anything, at least once.
I put my disclaimer in there. I don't gotta say that.
Cut the disclaimer out.
No. No. Like, you don't gotta be like no bodybuilder. You don't got no 12-pack, but you have to be healthy.
Yes.
And so if you're not into health, I can't do it. Like, I'm trying to go into nutrition. What do I look like?
Right. I can do that. Like you said, it's just about compatibility. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It's all on you.
I have a question though.
I knew
All right. And I actually seen a meme on this. Okay, so why is it if a woman is like working somewhere like McDonald's or something, single mom, McDonald's, and going to school, she's glorified like, she's just a strong, independent black woman. But if a man is doing the same exact thing, he's frowned upon. He's working at McDonald's, struggling, going to school, but it's frowned upon. Like, why is that?
I think when it comes to like the single mom thing, it's because most of the time the mother has the child and not the man.
Well, what does that have to do with the fact that he's working at McDonald's, but he's still trying to better himself? Like, that's all he can do.
So are you comparing a
same situation?
A single father versus a single mom, or
yeah, let's even do that. A single father versus a single mom.
I would say
he's still gonna be frowned upon.
Yes.
Why?
I agree. Well, one, like I said, because most of the time the woman has custody over the father. Not all cases. I know some cases where the mom has like no custody. So, but that's usually the first. And then second, I think they just, like I said, the whole providing, protecting, like they just expect that out of men. You need to have that. You have to be the foundation for a woman. I don't agree with it, but it's very true.
But in a couple of years from now, when he got his stuff together, then he gonna be too good.
It's gonna be okay. He having
I'm just going to. No, that wasn't me. But I'm just going to bat for those guys because I feel sorry for them because it's like it's really sad because I see it all the time.
Yeah.
Like if she doesn't even have to have a kid, she can just be a girl, a female working at McDonald's, going to school, and it's like, oh, she's such a strong, independent black woman. A guy in the same exact situation, he's frowned upon.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
I don't
they're
agree
both
with
trying
it.
to better themselves.
I don't agree. It's a societal. That's all it is.
I agree.
Because I've always been a hustler, and I never compare my hustle to someone else's hustle.
I dig that.
You can't, because everyone comes
Everybody
from
has
different
their own-
backgrounds. Like some people have come from money, some people don't. Some people had that, the parents like a 2-parent home. Other people don't. Sometimes you can come from a 2-parent home and still be messed up. So, so it's about what you trying to do with your life. I ain't comparing nobody. That's a blessing snatcher. Comparing, you start comparing what you got to somebody else. All of a sudden, you snatch. And then,
So you're mixed.
yes, I'm several things.
Okay.
But biracial, multiracial kids never have a home because you never fit in. So like with white, they still see me as light skinned, but they know I'm black or Latino or whatever. But then because I'm light skinned, I'm not accepted in the black community because my melanin is not as dark as theirs. So like you never
So they
have a
hate on you
home
because you light skinned.
just because, yeah.
And because you're pretty.
Yeah, I get that one.
And because she's pretty, that's why.
Shot.
Steph, a deep three.
But yeah, I mean, and I used to think, I was like, man, damn, they got it made. The light skinned people just got it made. But then y'all, you
And
know,
then,
when
like, I would, like, for instance, like, my father is, like, y'all complexion. My mom is lighter than me, but she Puerto Rican. So then that's the other thing. Like, I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm not fluent in Spanish. So then I'm like, you're not really Latino.
They be like, you ain't real.
Yeah. So, like I said, I've always been a floater.
Dang.
I can't even say a black sheep. That was that whole project thing that I was saying earlier, like, because I never felt like whatever I was good enough
Right.
for anybody. And then I finally was just like, you can't change this, you shouldn't change this, this is what it is, and just do what makes that whole happy thing. But yeah, I've never had a home. It was this wonderful social media, a Facebook post where this girl, we were talking about, the post had to do with why women can't handle rejection like how men can. That was like what the post was about. So people were just sharing different stories. Women were like, well, it's some women, think that they so good looking. Why would you say no?
absolutely.
They were just sharing different things. So this one girl was sharing this one story, and about like how she approached a guy, and the guy didn't really give her no time, and how she was just like who are you to to deny me? Like, I know what I bring to that whole thing, which is cool to have confidence, but you can't be cocky with it, However, all of a sudden the dude was like, she was light skinned, wasn't she? And here she goes saying yes. And so I
Wait a minute,
came
the dude
in,
was light skinned.
no, the woman.
The woman was
okay, so
light-skinned,
there was
okay.
the woman was chocolate. She was dark
Okay.
skinned. Telling this story. She didn't
Gotcha.
say a complexion. She just
Gotcha.
said, you know, she said she had curly hair. She was a
Gotcha.
beautiful woman. She usually gets
Gotcha.
attention. Blah 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 blah. But then the guy was like, she was a light skinned girl with that attitude. And she
Gotcha.
came on saying yes. Now, mind you, I came in not as a light-skinned woman. I came in and I said, this is why there is such a divide with colorism in the black community, because you can't even share a story without putting a complexion in it.
That's
and
real.
and then all of a sudden we started fighting because they thought I was saying it as a light-skinned woman, not because I was a black person.
Right.
Wow.
Gotcha. You would.
Wow.
I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying.
And
Wow.
so, like, if I was darker complexion, then she would have been more accepting of what I was saying.
Right.
But no one else was even bringing that up in the conversation.
So do you still go through that?
Absolutely. My group of ladies are very diverse in complexion, but whenever I have tried to make new female friends, the complexion thing always come in, and it's always coming from them. Like I would say, like we could be at an event or we could be out to eat, and maybe I got approached more than she did. It turns all of a sudden because you light skinned and I'm dark. Even though I think she's gorgeous as a chocolate woman, but because I'm light skinned, I got more attention.
Do you ever see any truth in it? Do you think there's any truth in it?
No, because the type of dude that approached me, I'm like, go take that dude. Like, he not even worth the trouble. I don't even want that. Not all attention is good attention.
Right.
But some people just want the attention. I don't need everybody's attention. I like to stay under the radar. Most of the time, I be like, let me just.
And the fact that you said that, that's part of the reason why you get the attention. It has nothing to do with color. A guy will want the one that's under the radar. I don't know your friend, but a lot of them probably are over the top, seeking attention. That's unattractive to me.
It's not the same since you said goodbye.